I thought it was loud last week.
That was for the Alabama game. A 28-13 Florida victory. Here's the kick. Brandon James will take it 5 yards back, take a knee, touchback, and the Gators with senior Chris Leak operating at quarterback. Leak is having a fine year. He's not played well historically against LSU. Up front, Troutwine, Tart, Rissler, Drew Miller, and Carlton Metter. Dallas Baker, Bubba Caldwell, two of the wideouts. Keyston Moore opens for Deshaun Wynn, out with a knee. Tate Casey is the tight end, and Cornelius on the other side. Out of the gun, first down. Casey sets up near side. 4 men down for LSU on first down. Play action. Leak fires it out. It's caught by Cornelius. He is belted as he gets to the 27-yard line. Jonathan Zenon, number 19. And here's a look at Bo Pelini's defense. Up front, Jackson Dorsey, Favor Wright, and Chase Pittman. The linebackers, Ollie Highsmith, Luke Sanders, Derry Beckwith, leading tackler on the team. And this might be the best secondary in the country. Zenon, Landry, Daniels, and Jackson.
I don't think there's any doubt. They've got experience, speed, and they know their technique's as good as anyone I've watched on tape.
Second down and 3. Ball at the 27. Now 3 men down for LSU. Quick flip, left side. First down, Florida plus. Percy Harvin, number 8. The exciting freshman out of Virginia. He suffered a high ankle sprain the first play of the second quarter at Tennessee, limited to one play since then.
And you can see the strategy changing for Florida. Against Alabama, they tried to establish a running game early. Now, with speed at the flanks and Percy Harvin playing, they get the ball to those flanks and keep this LSU defense honest.
Gain of 14, first down. That's Keyston Moore in motion. Leak rolls out, fires it out. Caught again. He's off to a quick start. This is Cornelius Ingram, listed as the backup tight end.
Yes, and you can see the way the ball is being spread around. Now, the strategy for Florida against this outstanding defensive line for LSU is to throw the ball quick. They don't think their offensive line can hold up on those 3rd and longs, so they're going to throw the ball more often early in the game and try to establish the outside flanks with the short passing game.
Second down and 4. And again, from the shotgun. 4 men down now for LSU. They bring the blitz. Keyston Moore gets the handoff. Quick opener up the middle. First down, Gators at the 37. LaRon Landry, but it's a gain of 15.
Florida fans are already saying how much cleaner it looks in this football game. It's run right between the tackles, right? How much cleaner it looked than anything they saw. Follow Billy Latsko, number 42, and you get positive yards, and that's exactly what happened. And remember how much Florida changed after that LSU game last year, basically 42 into the offense.
Right, Latsko. They also put Tate Casey in after losing in Baton Rouge last year. His coaching staff had a meeting upon return to Gainesville from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m., and that's when they modified the spread offense. Well, Chris Leak has to use a timeout. Jared Faison, a freshman who was a high school quarterback, is in the backfield. He's run 4 times this year. He blocks this time, and it's a play action. This one intended on the left side for Faison, and Leak with his first incomplete pass. Gary, keys to the game.
Well, I think both teams are going to try to accomplish the same thing. Both these defenses are good, but I think it's going to be explosive plays. I can't see either team driving the ball consistently, so we're looking for 20-yard passes or 10-yard runs. That'll be a key to explosive plays. And I just got a sneaking feeling here that special teams. Can Florida win the SEC without kicking a field goal, Vern? I mean, has anybody ever won the championship without kicking a field goal all year in this conference?
They have yet to kick one this season. 0 for 3 for Chris Henry. Second down and 10. This is Keyston Moore again. Deshaun Wynn out with a knee injury, and Moore, one of those big plays, he's got a 15-yard run, and Chase Pittman makes the tackle, so it'll be 3rd down. Well, I mentioned the slow start. Excuse me, Gary. This is a team that's only scored 27 points in the first quarter. And LSU has given up nada.
That's an interesting matchup. But they shouldn't score, should they, with that matchup? Florida also behind in every SEC game, 10-0 in 2, and actually trailed Kentucky in that football game into the second quarter.
3rd and 8. 3 men down for LSU. 5 out. That's Cornelius going in motion. Now settles up to block. Leak goes right. He's done that. Here's Dallas Baker. First down, Gators.
Very interesting strategy evolving early in this football game for LSU. How effective were they? As you're going to see a little snag route, they call it, in and back out to the thing right here. Come in, back out. A little snag route to Baker, who does very well after the catch. He has all year. The blitz was so effective a year ago. We talked to all the coaches. They all said they expected the blitz. So far, no blitz.
On 1st down and 10, backs in the eye. Latsko is the fullback. Gainesville native who began his career here as a walk-on. End off, they'll test the middle. Deshaun Wynn, as we mentioned. Oh, and there's a fumble. There is a fumble. Jesse Daniels recovers, and LSU stops the Florida drive.
Well, that's why Florida was so worried about not having Deshaun Wynn. He had become a dependable running back for Florida, not making mistakes, not turning it over. And what happens? Keyshawn Moore right here gets into the middle of the pile, gets hit, and the ball pops loose. And LSU gets a stop early in this football game with all these people.
Jamarcus Russell, the junior from Mobile, Alabama, having a brilliant year. And fresh from the best game ever, he threw for 330 yards last week. Up front, Black, Johnson, Helms, Johnson, and Diakowski, who's also already graduated. Davis, Doucette, and Bowe are the wideouts. Jacob Hester is the tailback. And Robert Dixon is the tight end. Here's Hester, the leading rusher for the team behind Jamarcus Russell. Russell with time. Nice catch at the 34. Stop made by Dwayne Bowe, number 80, the senior from Miami. Defensively for Florida, they will start with McDonald, Estepinen, Joe Cohen, and Jarvis Moss. The linebackers, Brian Crum had his best game of the season last week, we were told. Seiler and Everett also there. And in the secondary, Nelson and Joyner outstanding. Lewis and Smith, the cornerbacks,
Still watching, aren't they?
Hester almost broke into the secondary. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Earl Everett with the tackle.
You can see that LSU started this football game with 2 tight ends and a very dependable running back, Jacob Hester. I think the strategy by Les Moss is, let's start out this football game and not lose it early. Okay, we think we can throw the football. We've got a young running back, Charles Scott, we'd like to play, but let's ease him into this football game and go with the guy I depend on. Had that great game against Miami in the bowl game, and I think Les Miles says I can depend on Jacob Hester.
Now Sean Jordan, the other fullback, is in to provide blocking help for Hester. Rush from the corner. Here's Hester up the middle, out to the 43-yard line. Brian Crum and Earl Everett. Well, Jamarcus Russell got the first start of his career here as a freshman, and he's not played all that well. It's kind of like Chris Lee.
Yeah, but remember, let's be real fair here. When Jamarcus Russell started that game, he was 19 years old. He was a month older than 19. Rohan Davey and Matt Mock were 23 and 24 when they were playing good football. This guy's future is unlimited.
He's a big one, 6'6", 250. Here's the reverse. They hand it off to Craig Davis, and he is hit and dropped. Nice recognition by the Gator defense, led by Ryan Smith, number 28.
You know, Ryan Smith was in man coverage that time, and he just stuck with them, and that's why how it came. Like handoff, inside handoff, outside handoff. You see Ryan Smith going right across the motion because he had man-to-man on the play. Actually, that is a play you would expect a lot from, and Ryan Smith did a great job of reading it. Marcus Thomas is in the game.
3rd and 4. Thomas, suspended for 3 of 5 games this year, is on the field, number 44. Russell with a lot of time. Comes right, motions his man to go deep, and Davis does. It's a great catch. A flag is down.
And Marcus Thomas is saying, I got held. His penetration is incredible. Against Tennessee, that first game, he disrupted Tennessee's game the whole game, and he looks like he's going to do it today.
Personal foul.
Oh, wow.
Oh. He did not get held.
Marcus Thomas was sure he got held. Maybe he did, but that's not what was seen. Jamarcus Russell came out of the pocket and threw it down the sideline, inside on Thomas. Comes up. Yeah, that looked pretty clean. A lot of complaining for nothing right there. Not going to trust him anymore.
Personal foul, illegal elbow contact, number 90 on the defense. 15 yards, half the distance from the end of the play. First down.
Well, it was not number 90.
No, but I think they're calling a head slap is what they're calling. The old Deacon Jones, I think it was actually
Derek Harvey.
Yes, number 91. Boy, that is not something you want to do, is call out the wrong number around here.
Yeah.
Number 91, right side of your screen. Let's see as he comes in, hits him.
Yep.
Kind of throws it to the helmet right there, and that's the call because it was Brett Helms that was called on the center. That didn't look too bad to me, I got to be honest.
And after the 27-yard gain on the pass to Davis, the penalty puts the ball at the 16. Look at the red zone numbers. And a direct snap. Early Doucette.
Early Doucette is so explosive. Against Tulane, he had 6 touches and scored 3 touchdowns. They gave it to him on reverses, they gave it to him on bubble screens, and they threw the ball downfield to him. He is really coming on right now as an athlete. And you look at him, he's not only big and rangy, he's explosive, and he takes it.
Of the 3 outstanding wide receivers, he is the best athlete. Now Ali Broussard is in the lineup for the first time. Did not play all of last year because of a bad knee. Had some weight issues, and he barges inside the 6-yard line to the 5. Brandon Seiler makes the tackle.
Pretty interesting. I was out at practice early this week watching LSU going, and they were riding Ali Broussard. Now, it was early in the week. It was only Tuesday. And I just think they were saying, we need you, Ali. Get yourself ready to play football. We need your talent. And I think giving him a little sugar in this football game because the coaches were on him in practice all day, and it looks like he's responding.
He did not play in the home game against Tulane. And against Auburn, the one loss, that 7-3 game, limited to 26 yards on 10 carries. He's still the I-back. Motion. Florida's claiming there was movement that drew them across.
You trust him?
No.
I think we should just wait on these.
Yeah, probably.
What a stop on a fumble and a drive, and Jamarcus Russell coming out of the pocket again. He is very dangerous when he comes out of the pocket.
Defense,
Oop.
number 44.
Don't trust him.
Contact in the neutral zone. Phillies half the distance to go. Still, take it down.
I'd go back, Gary, to that 47 out of 47 scores inside the red zone. That is not counting drives which ended at the end of the half. There have been 2 of those. But they've scored 39 touchdowns and 8 field goals their last 47 trips inside the 20. Russell, Broussard, tough 1-yard gain. Brian Crum, number 13, the outside linebacker, the strong side backer, with the tackle.
Quietly, Brian Crum, who's played everywhere for this Florida defense, played offense and defense, is starting to emerge. He's becoming, making plays, becoming more comfortable playing defense. You know, we always talk Everett, Seiler, but talking to coaches, they say Crum's playing good football also.
Well, Florida opened the game with a fine drive. Keyston Moore fumbled at the 27. Big play in this drive, 2 of them actually. The pass to Davis. Now Justin Vincent is the deep back. They've got a quartet. Here's Russell. Lobs it out. Caught. Touchdown. Jacob Hester.
He has to anticipate ISO and then slip out in the flat for the fullback. Seiler's right here behind the goalpost. Watch what he has to do. Is it going to be a run? Is it going to be a run? Then he has to slide out past the picking tight end and get there. Really no chance, and was almost underthrown trying to make too perfect of a throw by Russell.
Jacob Hester's 2nd touchdown catch of the season. Colt David on for the extra point. He's now hit 58 in a row, the third longest streak in LSU history. Well, this is the second road trip this year for LSU. The other was at Auburn. They lost that one 7-3. This kick sails 5 yards deep.
And that turnover is kind of falling into the same pattern. A turnover early and 2 penalties for Florida. That's why they're getting these slow starts. Brandon
James, the freshman tailback, is in the lineup, gets the handoff and goes right. Number 25, nothing doing. And of course, Deshaun Wynn was the starter there. For more on that, let's check in with Tracy Wolfson. Trace?
Guys, Wynn was out here before the game warming up, but offensive coordinator Dan Mullen told me he is still struggling with that right knee. He said if he plays at all, it will be sparingly, 10 plays or so, just to give Keystone Moore a break.
All right, Tracy, thank you. He had back-to-back games of 104 each and was en route to his third straight last week, 50 yards when he suffered the knee sprain in the third quarter. Second down and 10. LSU lines him up as if the charge of the Light Brigade's coming. Here's Ali Highsmith, and Chris Leak fumbles the ball, then gets it back at the 11. Ali Highsmith untouched.
Can't tell you how confident LSU was that they had a blitz package that was going to get Florida problems. And you can see right here the scheme of protection. Ali Highsmith is right there at the end of the line. There's no disguising here. He is going to come, and no one turns and blocks him. That ball either had to be out of Chris Leak's hands, because he has to either know that guy's on block or somebody blew an assignment. And doesn't look like anybody blew an assignment to me.
What do you got in mind for 3rd and 19?
Yeah, well, don't make a mistake, because 14-0 would be horrible against this defense. And there's Bo Pelini right there. What a mastermind. NFL experience is designing those blitz packages.
This time a straight 4-man rush. Leak in trouble. Flags are down.
Yeah, delay a game, wasn't it? That was a break for Florida.
Yes, it was.
Dead ball. Delay a game. Offense number 12. Penalty 5 yards. Still 3rd down.
This is an LSU team that now has accomplished 20 sacks for the season, with the one today. Leak fires it. Little underneath pattern to Dallas Baker. He's got to load the game, but they do get some breathing room for the punt, which will be coming up. We have an injured player here. Daniel Francis is the player who is down.
LSU was going to attack this 3-man, 2-man blocking scheme back there in practice. They attacked it all week.
Here's Wilbur. Yeah. Jesse Daniels pulled up. He might have had a chance. There's a muff, and it's picked. Oh, it's dropped. James Smith, the center, and the ball is still loose. Who got it? Florida got it.
Get this one from the outside. Smartly pulls off, and now LSU says, all right, we'll just catch the punt. Called for the fair catch, did Jackson, and then, oh. Now this ball is a muff, cannot be advanced. Even with that was picked up, that could not have been advanced, and there's a mad scramble.
Latrell Alford, number 99, got it. And Florida has the ball inside the 20. It is a muff, but it's also considered a fumble recovery. One of the first truisms we all learned in football. You can't advance a muff. Leak has to, oh, he's belted. As soon as he let it go, Ali Highsmith was right there.
That was great coverage in the secondary that time by LSU. Craig Stelz, number 16, just read that. They call it a smash route. The outside guy goes down about 5 yards. The inside slot goes to the corner flag, and Stelz almost beat him there. There was nowhere to go with that football, and in comes Tebow.
Here's Tebow. Sounds like the Tonight Show. Tim Tebow, the freshman.
And LSU is substituting. They came in with an extra defensive lineman. Charles Alexander came on the field.
When he has been in, they've got Tebow packages. It's been essentially a run. This time alone in the backfield. Quarterback draw. Although you told me I had to come up with something new for that.
Look at that. Look at that. Ran right over LaRon Landry, the All-American safety. He didn't just make 6 yards here. He ran right over one of the best football players in the country. Number 31, Jesse Daniels. Number 30, LaRon Landry. They have played a lot of football, those two safeties for LSU. Watch Daniels first, Landry's right there, and he just turns it and spins it and almost broke free. He electrifies this crowd.
6'3", 228. And it's first and goal. Looked like Jim Tart might have moved prematurely. Urban Meyer say, get it going.
Before the snap, false start, number 63, offense. Penalty's 5 yards, still first down.
That is Jim Tart, the left guard, 4th penalty already against Florida.
And that effectively makes it first and goal from the 10. And everybody knows this is the toughest 10 yards. A first and goal from here is very difficult. Let's see if they keep with Tebow. He got most of the reps in practice with the option. An extra tight end actually tackles in the game.
Jason Watkins to the left side at left tackle. So an unbalanced line, the handoff, Bubba Caldwell going right. Looks for blocking help from Latsko, and it is not to be. Jesse Daniels puts the stop to him.
And Jesse Daniels said it's a lot more fun tackling number 5 than 15. How about that? Did you ever see a freshman quarterback run over 2 safeties for arguably the best defense in the country? And those are your 2 power guys, Daniels and Landry.
When he is in the game, he has rushed 23 times.
Here comes Leak now.
And I'm not surprised at this at all.
No.
And listen to the cheers now. 2 weeks ago against Kentucky, there were boos when this happened. And Chris Leak is on the field. It looks like Florida will have to use its 2nd timeout. A little disorganized.
Bubba Caldwell's in the slot. Last time, remember, they threw that little bubble screen against Alabama.
On 2nd down, that's Latsko to provide blocking help. Chris Leak, quarterback draw. Down to the, well, if it works, it's a great call.
That is. And again, Dan Mullen trying to keep LSU off balance. You know, we gave him a lot of credit. We did Dan Mullen, offensive coordinator last week, for trying to go against the grain. When you play a great defense like this, it's very difficult to let them know what you're doing as we take a peek at Dan and still block them. I think that was a worthwhile call.
Yeah, I do too. I heard some murmurs, but it's because it's Leak instead of Tebow. So on 3rd and goal.
Dallas Baker in the slot here. You don't see that very often.
LSU showing blitz. They're coming. Here's Leak. Drills it. At the goal line, it is down at the 1. The catch is made by Jamel Cornelius. Now then, what do you do?
Well, if you do it, you're going to do it with number 15. I guarantee you that.
Well, and he's not coming in.
Yes, he is.
Oh, there he is.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
Another little snag route to the outside. Come inside, come outside. A little cross right there. Nice throw by Chris Leak, by the way. Not a lot of room. Remember, Tim Tebow told us he prefers the quarterback sneak from shotgun.
Right. Well, he converted on 4th and 2 at Tennessee 2 weeks ago. It's 4th and goal.
No sneak here. They know where he's coming.
Straight up the middle. Touchdown. Delayed reaction, but Tebow got in. This is not a gimme. Chris Hetland has had a couple blocked this year, but he nails this one. And with 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter, we invite you to take another look at Tim Tebow as he bangs up the middle and gets Florida on the board. Angelical Association. And Tim Tebow, the youngest of 5 children. Here's the catch made by Early Doucette out near the 25, and he's down. A flag comes down as well. Referee Rocky Good getting things straightened out. Illegal block, Florida. 5 penalties.
He is a throwing machine. You got to get somebody at his legs because he is a thrower.
7-7, Bo. Slowly in motion. Here's Russell back. Got some pressure. He's so big, he's tough to bring down. The pass is incomplete, and a flag is thrown.
Jamarcus was sure there was a face mask on that play also, wasn't he? Well, you mentioned it, 260, 6'6". And by the way, those Florida defensive linemen are pretty big and strong too. And I watch him shake it away. Gets it and avoids a sack.
On 1st down and 10 after the penalty at the 46-yard line. Handoff. Jacob Hester, number 18. Ray McDonald makes the tackle, number 95.
Jimbo Fisher, LSU's offensive coordinator, has giving a carry to all 4 of his backs, I believe. Well, at least they've all been in the game now. Vincent has been in, Broussard has been in there, Scott has been in, and Hester. All 4 of them have been in the game and got a taste of the action as this game has gotten through the first quarter.
Hester has the LSU touchdown, a 2-yard catch from Jamarcus Russell. 2nd and 7. Hester and Vincent now. Play action. Little toss that is tipped and incomplete, intended for Vincent. Marcus Thomas tipped the ball. 3rd down. Blitz up the middle. Russell with good blocking goes deep right for Davis. And Davis makes the grab, but he was out of bounds.
Is that a pretty grab or what? Now coming inside, I thought he had Dwayne Bowe wide open for the 1st down. He went to Davis deep. Bowe standing. Now look at him pluck this ball out of the air. And obviously his left foot comes out clearly out of bounds. Great throw, a great pluck by a wide receiver right on the end line like that. And went for it all. I thought he had a 1st down, thrown a little short that time to number 80, Dwayne Bowe, wide open.
4th down and 7. Chris Jackson on to punt for the first time. Jackson, the senior from River Ridge, Louisiana, starting 3rd baseman on the LSU baseball team last year. Brandon James, the freshman, 5'7", 170. And they come for the block and just miss it. This one bounces, and James gets out of the way, but it's going to be a terrifically effective punt. Down by Jonathan Zenon at the 1-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, big break there. That would be an illegal punt formation by LSU, I'd have to believe. See, right here, these guys are too deep. That's what they're calling right there. In the backfield, they're too deep. They have to be up between the center's hips and helmet lined up.
So the 50-yard punt negated. Jackson will punt again. A new snapper today, P.J. Zimmerman, on punts. He snaps it back, does so well. Now Brandon James comes over. This one out of bounds. You know what's coming next, don't you? Thank you very much. He's not played really well against this team. He's 47% over the course of his career, and he's 62% against everybody else. 1st down and 10. 3 men down for LSU. Here's Leak with a play fake. Looks deep, and he's got a man open. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24-yard line by Chevis Jackson. And Florida had what they'd set up.
Well, they had one-on-one. They had thrown all short balls, so on 1st down, they went for the deep ball, and actually, Chris just waited too long. The ball just, the receiver just outran at that time. Down there on the post, got good cover corners. They're not nervous when the ball is in the air. It's the same wheel route that was run before, and by the way, Jamel Cornelius was wide open. The ball just was underthrown to Caldwell. Watch Cornelius right here on the wheel route that was so effective last time. Nobody covered him, but you got to take one-on-one post. Just waited too long, and Jackson says, I can play corner. We do it every day in practice against great receivers.
That is his 1st interception of the year, but it's the 10th for LSU. 1st and 10 in a 7-7 game. And here's Hester, belted down. One other point about Chris Leak against the LSU Tigers. Overall, he's not been that effective, but that is the 1st interception he's thrown against LSU.
Well, that one was just technique there. That mean he made the right read. Everything was there. He had Good route by Caldwell. He just waited about a half second too long, and the receiver outran it. He would have had to throw the belt almost 65 yards to get it completed.
2nd and 10. Florida's 4-man rush. Quick out. Oh, boy. Ryan Smith, who picked off 2 last week against Alabama, was almost gone for the touchdown had he held on to that.
Well, in tapes, Ryan Smith, he didn't even take 1 step back that time. Ryan Smith was reading the quarterback the whole way. He looked at Jamarcus Russell. Russell didn't take a step back, so Ryan Smith didn't take a step back. Both teams trying this short passing game, and now the corners are saying, we're ready for it. Short huddle, by the way, with LSU. Notice how they line up, huddle up about a yard from the ball.
3rd and 10. Four-man rush again. Screen pass right side. Hester hangs on, and he runs for the first down. What a nice grab by Jacob Hester.
See, that I don't even know if that was a screen pass for him. That was kind of like an underneath route where LSU says you're going to be playing man-to-man. We're going to try to lose you in traffic. Hester comes underneath. No, yeah, it is about a half a screen. It got blown up on the play, but Hester makes this all by himself, doesn't he? And he turns right into Tony Joyner and says, I ain't going out of bounds. The screen was blown up inside, and he was on his own.
Jacob Hester getting a lot of playing time at tailback. He's in as the fullback on this formation on 1st down. Play action. Randall will scramble. Russell rather. And look at him run. He told us on the phone the other day, he said, I'm not known as a runner, but I'm not shy about trying it.
Yeah, pretty good coverage in the secondary that time. They wanted to go with the deep out, but the pressure up front, Jamarcus Russell had to come out. And, you know, when we talked to the Florida coaches, they said, we are not concerned with him scrambling. We think when he scrambles, he looks to throw. And that time, Jamarcus Russell did a key breaker and took it right up.
Now, back-to-back plays for double-digit yardage now. That's a 17-yard gain for Russell. Early Doucette is in the backfield. He'll take a direct snap again. 2nd time they've been in this formation. Doucette, designed run to the 41. 11:30 to go in this one in the first half. 2nd down here. 7-7 game. Vincent comes in motion. Russell back. Oh, he was held, and there's no flag. My goodness, Ray McDonald was tackled as he pursued Jamarcus Russell. That was unbelievable. Peter Diakowski just said to heck with it. Let's play Canadian football. He's from Vancouver.
You know, they can hook in that game. There's offensive tackling. I'll tell you, Ray McDonald has been blowing up Diakowski. Watch him blow him into the backfield. Diakowski does not realize Jamarcus Russell gets outside, and I don't know if Ray McDonald might not have tried to take a dive. That's a hockey play, too, by the way, taking a dive on that hook play.
3rd down. Bow and Doucette to the right side. Davis comes near side. Marcus Thomas, he was suspended for the first game, and his first game of the year, game 2, he had a couple of offsides in that one.
Well, that's his 2nd one. This one, I think Brian Johnson reacted to Marcus Thomas. It's going to be called against the defense.
Dead ball, offsides, defense, number 94. Penalty's 5 yards.
Marcus Thomas is going to try to get back, and number 44 right there. Watch, he's been out a couple weeks. He's anxious. They go to a false count right there with the head bob by the center. Really nice. When you're doing a snap count without a quiet snap count, every once in a while you got to give a double head bob, and that's exactly what LSU did.
That turns 3rd and 6 into 3rd and 1. Jordan and Ali Broussard in the backfield now. Keith Zinger, the tight end, goes to the right side. Here's the audible. Broussard, I don't know.
I do, no.
Brandon Seiler.
You got that one right. Met him right in the hole and knocked Broussard backwards. Just blocked down. Boy, that tell you, Ray McDonald is doing a great job up front, getting penetration, and Seiler is the recipient of that penetration. McDonald blows it up inside, number 95, and Seiler cleans it up.
Fourth down. Broussard, yes. That will give LSU 1st and 10.
A little tougher call for LSU out here on the 35-40 yard line because they don't have a Tebow. They got to do it well the old-fashioned way. Stuffed last time. This time he get a hat on Everett, number 30, and fall forward for the first down. Look for LSU to start attacking the outside with some comebacks and some deep outs. I know they're not getting time to throw the ball, but some type of half roll, maybe play action pass. Jamarcus Russell's too good to keep him bottled up like that.
On first down, Jacob Hester replaces Ali Broussard. Jamarcus Russell, play fake to Doucette, then flips it out to Doucette. One-on-one in the corner. Tony Joyner can't quite make the tackle.
Florida's defense has given LSU offense a lot of respect. Tony Joyner and Reggie Nelson, the two safeties, are playing very deep. A lot of zone in this football game so far.
Second down, 7, 8:45 to go in the first half.
Nothing there.
No, Broussard. Tracy Wilson reporting to us that Javier Estepinen getting his second start today on the bench with the right knee injury. Further report coming. And they have taken him into the locker room for an MRI.
That makes that Marcus Thomas return even that the more important for this football game. I really feel that Florida, as I've stated, if they're going to win this football game, their front four must dominate, and they've been doing that. They've been doing a great job up front. An offensive line for LSU is that all they can handle up front.
11th play of the drive, 3rd and 6. Thus far in the game, LSU 2 of 4 on third down conversions. 3 down. They bring 4. And Russell gets rid of it about the time contact was made. Intended for Bowe. Incomplete.
I think he caught it.
Oh, he caught it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
He did. He spun back.
Yeah.
The ball was behind, and Bowe reacted to it very well. I tell you, you go watch LSU practice. Slant pass inside, ball's thrown outside, really because there was a drop linebacker there, and the ball had to go to the hole, and Bowe did a great job reacting to it. You go watch these guys practice. The ball is not on the ground a lot. It's like watching an NFL practice with the size of these receivers.
Bowe gets the catch. It's first down and 10. Sustained drive here by Louisiana State on the road. Play clock down to 1 when the snap is made, and Hester gets it. Moves it down to the 21-yard line.
Doesn't seem like the crowd has been a factor for LSU so far, does it? Do you, Vern? I mean, they don't seem confused. You know, maybe it's been the turnovers more than anything.
Did you see them use the silent count at all?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody uses it. They used the silent count when they drew Marcus Thomas offside. They just did a silent count on 2.
Under Urban Meyer, Florida has not lost at home. They've won 10 in a row with Meyer. They won the last 2 games under Ron Zook before he was dismissed. Here's Russell, little inside route to Buster Davis. Nice move. Heading for the end zone. A flag is down. We'll see if the touchdown stands. There's a flag at the 2-yard line.
Brett Helms is really upset with that call, and because that was a touchdown, and Brett Helms came in and got a shove late or something. He was upset with the call.
Wipe it out.
Boy, perfect call in that situation by Jimbo Fisher. Craig Davis almost walked into the end zone, basically. He had it. He had 4 blockers on that wide receiver slip screen.
Holding, offense, number 79. Penalty 10 yards from the end of the run. It'll be second down.
That is large Herman Johnson. Starting today for Will Arnold, who's out with
on Reggie Nelson right in the middle of your screen. Boy, he just got his hands up on him, and Reggie Nelson didn't seem to be impeded at all on the play, but that was the call.
And so the ball spotted at the 13-yard line. A 2nd down and 1 at the 13.
Now remember, they gave him the play, and now it's 2nd and inches here. So it didn't kill the drive.
Right.
Timeout. They got to take. They're mixed up.
They get it snapped, or do they?
No, the coaching staff called timeout.
2nd and inches at the 13. Sean Jordan, Ali Broussard behind Jamarcus Russell.
Took him 2 tries last time.
Marcus Thomas is late arriving. Russell going in the corner. And Bo is there, but dives into the Florida band. That'll be replayed. Reggie Nelson says, get down yourself.
Boy, did Reggie Nelson really see that play coming. He ran a sprint over there. The ball, I think, landed on the field. It was catchable. Free safety Reggie Nelson, who reads his plays as fast as any safety I've seen in a long time. Real playmaker back there, number 1.
3rd and inches. Quarterback keeper Jamarcus Russell, and that will be a 1st down at the 10.
Really liked that 2nd down call. They had a play to waste. They went for the big play, very safe into the corner of the end zone with their big receiver to try to steal 7 points, and Les Miles knew he could come back on 3rd down and pick it up.
Miles in his 2nd season, hired to replace Nick Saban. There's Ryan Perillo, the 3rd string quarterback, highly recruited, decided between Texas and Louisiana State. Hester, Justin Vincent. Vincent, knee surgery after the Peach Bowl last year, hasn't had a terribly effective season. They slip it to Hester, quick opener. Look at him work his way to the 1-yard line.
He don't dodge, does he? He does not dodge. He comes out there as one of those guys that when you get him on the football team, you go, he's not good enough to win with. You know, he's not fast. He's not 6'3". He doesn't want a 4.4 40 until you watch him play football. When you run the ball against Miami, and now you come up and run the ball like this, and he landed on Reggie Nelson there and reached over for 1st down. That might be reviewed. That's a scoring play that might be reviewed. Because I don't know if he ever came to the ground. He landed right on the defender.
The previous play is under further review.
His right elbow hit the ground on the play, but it came right through. Beautiful call. Put Vincent out. Fullback carry. How often do you see a fullback carry? That's Les Miles' Michigan influence right there. Runs right over Reggie Nelson. His right elbow comes down. I think he's going to be short. I'm going to make my guess. Your turn, Vern.
No. I'm siding with you.
You are?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You are?
I'm going to throw you under the bus.
After further review, the play stands as called on the field. 2nd down.
That right elbow.
Now, if I ever learn all the rules, I have a future in this thing. Last week I got in trouble for the wrong rule.
Right elbow.
Right elbow. I think he was down.
17th play of the drive.
I sneak it here. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. He dropped it.
The ball is loose.
Yep. Russell never got it. How big was that play, that right elbow?
Florida has it at the 1-yard line.
How big was that right elbow?
Brandon Seiler from the end zone.
Russell never got this football. You can see right away. It goes, it's gone. How about one team runs a shotgun quarterback sneak, almost unheard of 5 years ago. And LSU, it almost looked like Jamarcus Russell was surprised the ball came to him. I wonder if that was the crowd's effect the first time in this game.
And here's a footnote, Gary. That is the first fumble recovery by Florida this season.
Awful big one. Did it seem like Jamarcus wasn't expecting the ball?
Yeah. Now from the 1-yard line. Oh, baby. Safety? No. They're going to give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. Keyston Moore. Moore has a fumble in this game as well. Let's go back and look at it again.
One more time. See if Jamarcus Russell doesn't look like he's ready for this snap. Well, I really can't tell, but the crowd noise was loud. You worry about that. As a quarterback, you remind your center, listen, it's only second down. Whatever, make sure you get me that ball. We can always live on third down if we don't make it.
Out of the shotgun in the end zone. LSU blitz here.
They do.
Yes. Leak being chased. Glenn Dorsey fires it out, lets it go incomplete. And a catch by a guy in the suit on the sideline.
It might have been Kirk Herbstreit catching that. Could it be Kirk Herbstreit?
I think it might have been.
Or a look-alike. Maybe the other.
No, he's on a plane.
The real ones, they got doubles now. I swear, he does so much. 2 or 3 Kirk Herbstreits are in this country now.
Well, there's Russell as he chats with Les Miles. Now Leak, 3rd and 10 from the 1.
It doesn't for Florida, as long as they don't give up 7 points in these 3 plays, they're ahead of the game.
Muff punt return led to the Florida touchdown. They also had a punt down at the 1 that was wiped out by a penalty. And then the fumble at the goal line. Here's Leak, right side. Oh, that was almost a safety again. Caldwell gets to the 1. Jesse Daniels with a tackle.
Jonathan Zenon that time, number 19, said, "You ain't going deep on me." Leak knows he doesn't have all day. Looks one way, comes back, wide receiver screen, and look at number 31 right there. Jesse Daniels. 2 very smart safeties for LSU. Corners that can cover, safeties that can hit.
Didn't gain a yard after the fumble recovery. Eric Wilbur makes sure his back foot is not beyond the end line. Here's the punt. Fair catch called by Chevis Jackson. Muffed one earlier. Grabs this one.
I think LSU only had 9 players. I don't even think they had 10 on the field that time.
Time now for the trivia question. Which team currently has the longest home winning streak in the nation?
It isn't Auburn.
No, it's not. Arkansas, I think, with the biggest win in Houston Nutt's 9-year career today, they knock off Auburn. Here's Jamarcus Russell, one-on-one coverage, right side, intercepted. It's picked off by Ryan Smith, his 3rd in 2 games. And Smith goes left and is tackled at the 27. How about the turnaround? LSU thought they had a touchdown. The play reviewed. Hester, his elbow was down at the 1-yard line. Then Jamarcus Russell fumbled the snap. 3 and out, but Ryan Smith intercepts the ball.
Tried LSU for a deep ball, but Reggie Nelson, number 1, is going to hit Brandon LaFell, number 1. A pair of number 1s. Watch Reggie Nelson come over and clean out LaFell, and then that allows Ryan Smith, who gets the slightly overthrown ball, to have some running room. And look, number 1's back in the progress again. An interception. I tell you, guys wide open all over the field, and Jamarcus tried to go deep on a kind of a misread, I got to say again, over the middle of the field. Craig Davis was wide open for about a 15-yard catch on the play.
Brandon LaFell, who felt the impact. Reggie Nelson, who was a late arriving force, is still down.
Craig Davis right there wide open on the play. And number 1 gets it on the other side. Watch this. Pair of number 1s. Look at that. Oh, gee. Reggie Nelson is just a smart football player. He knew he had to clean out the taller receiver, and that's a good play.
3rd LSU turnover. Ryan Smith, who played for Urban Meyer. Looks like LaFell's going to be okay. Has his 3rd interception. He played for Urban Meyer at Utah in the 12-0 season. Leak, play action. Fakes it, now fires it incomplete. 3 LSU turnovers. A muffed punt, a quarterback fumble, and now the interception. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, another false start up front.
Yep.
I think it was left tackle Phil Troutwine that time, number 75.
On the snap, false start, number 75, offense. Penalties 5 yards, still 2nd down.
How about this? That's 8 penalties against the Gators.
And they're way down in the SEC in penalties. They have a boatload of them.
On second down, Latsko sets up Ali Highsmith. Oh, that's tipped. Loose ball falls incomplete at the 18. Ali Highsmith, who in the game in Baton Rouge last year had 2 sacks and 3 tackles for loss. He was named the SEC Defensive Player of the game.
And Billy, he runs right through Billy Latsko this time. Latsko takes him too deep. Should have moved up, and that allowed Highsmith to pressure the quarterback. When you're taking on a blitzing linebacker, and you got to figure more than half the time LSU is going to be being one of those linebackers, you have to move up towards the line of scrimmage and not let him get a run at you and put that hand up in the face of the quarterback.
Highsmith out. Ricky Jean-Francois, freshman defensive end, is in. Here's Leak. Pumps, fires. Bubba Caldwell out to the 45. It's going to be close for the first down. I think he got it.
That was a nice throw. Nice protection on that 4-man rush for that Florida offensive line. LaRon Landry will be very upset for not wrapping up on this play. He read it perfectly. Watch him come up. He tries to block, get a big hit on Caldwell, just like Reggie Nelson did. LaRon Landry, the All-American, tried to get a big hit there. You need to wrap up, and it cost his team a first down.
Gain of 17, first down at the 40. 2:19 to go. Gators have 1 timeout left. Here's Leak. Dallas Baker across midfield to the 45-yard line.
The short curl route, the short in route, everything 8, 10, 12 yards. This time, 8-yard route, hooks up real quick, reads it again, and look at that throw. If there's one thing Chris Leak is, I mean, he is calm, and when he's calm, he is accurate.
And Tim Tebow replaces Chris Leak now on first down at the 45. We saw him here against Alabama fire a 23-yard strike to Jamel Cornelius. First down and 10. Here's Cornelius going in motion. A double reverse. Tebow downfield to block. Can't find the man, but he does give Caldwell time, and that might draw a flag. No, it does not. Ali Highsmith. Tebow slips it. A gain of 11.
You can see the package start to expand for Tebow. Dan Mullen says, okay, you think I'm going to run this guy just? I'm going to do other thing. That time LSU had 8 guys in the box. Good change of pace with the reverse. And number 15 is looking. Don't clip, don't clip. Very smart. He gets that block late. Caldwell does a nice job setting up and running right past Jonathan Zenon. He did it last week for a touchdown.
That's a gain of 11 in a 7-7 game with 1:39 to go. Here's Leak back in. Keyston Moore's pops. Oh, was he ever. Jesse Daniels with the tackle.
Played a lot of football, Jesse Daniels. He was on that team as a true freshman that won the national championship. Now Florida's going to go a little no huddle here or quick. They're going to quicken up the pace. Minute 16 to go.
Second down and 10. They have only the 1 timeout left. 1:10 remaining. Timeout LSU. Now they have 1 remaining. Timeout for the, oh, I missed it. I missed the duck. Which team currently has the longest win streak in the nation? It's Southern Cal. And the list includes Florida, the top few teams, because Florida trails Louisville. They've won their last 12 in a row.
Taken back the swamp. That was what was circled by Urban Meyer, wasn't it?
Yeah. They've won 10 under Meyer. So named by Steve Spurrier. Second down and 10. 4-man LSU rush. Leak has a man wide open. He's got the play. Jamel Cornelius out of bounds with the first down at the 9-yard line.
Remember the bubble screen that Caldwell caught against Alabama? This time they faked the bubble screen out here and then get a wheel route with this guy going deep. A well-designed play out of the Meyer spread. Fake the bubble. Now the wheel route to the outside. Double coverage to the deep man Dallas Baker and just drop it off. A well-designed play. Another, you know, when you watch Florida play, a lot of open guys to throw to. Not a lot of hard throws.
Tim Tebow back in. The 6'3" freshman from nearby St. Augustine. Rissler will snap it back. Let's go. Here goes Tebow.
Another one. Another false start.
Oh, my. And this is the home team.
Yep. Well, you remember using 2 quarterbacks right here. You've got a tackle play and end.
Before the snap, false start, number 77
That's
offense.
exactly right. It was your
5-yard
offensive
penalty.
tackle.
First down.
Sorry about that. I thought he was done. Number 77, Jason Watkins, playing tight end, moved too fast.
9th penalty.
Plenty of time.
Now Chris Leak is back in on 2nd and goal from just outside the 13-yard line.
77 just beat it by half his count, but he's just staring right at the linesman is at that tight end.
Here comes Cornelius. Leak with the play fake. Has to throw it short, intended for Latsko, but Tyson Jackson putting a lot of pressure. There's a flag down at the 2.
12 guys on the field, though.
My goodness.
Yep, another big, huge penalty. Big, huge mistake for LSU. 12 men out there. They were all confused. A defensive package that didn't work.
Want to count them?
Well, I'll give it a try. I know they're out there. I did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and
legal participation.
12.
Bingo.
Half the distance. First down.
Purdue math major.
Yeah,
Huh?
yep. That gets you into your sophomore year if you could do that.
49 seconds to go.
And that could cost 4 points, that penalty right there. Now, I know they're going to throw, I got a feeling they're going to throw a jump ball to Dallas Baker here pretty soon, don't you? Because that gets you 1 free play. Because remember, they only have 1 timeout left.
Baker is wide to the left. Press coverage. Leak gets a good block. Goes for Baker. Double coverage. He didn't get it. Now, 2 things Florida had not done coming into this game. They had not recovered a fumble. They've done that. They still have not kicked a field goal. Now, there's a flag down again. And it's on LSU again.
Yeah, Chase Pittman and Glenn Dorsey, 2 of their big studs up front, hit Leak just as he let that ball go to the side of the head. And that's going to be it. Roughing the passer every time.
Personal foul. Illegal contact to the head. Number 72 on the defense. Penalties half the distance to the goal. Still first down.
That's Glenn Dorsey. Had that brilliant game at Auburn.
Yes, he did. Number 72. Pittman's to the outside. Dorsey's going to come right up the gut. Pittman hits him. Boy, gee, oh, man.
Yeah, they're playing football.
That's brutal.
They're playing football.
That is brutal call. That could cost points.
Here's Tebow back in the lineup. Latsko goes in motion. Tebow will run to the 1.
Number 15, Tim Tebow.
2nd and goal. They've got 1 timeout left. They use it here.
How do we get 2 plays and still kick a field goal here? 2nd down, 3rd down, and still have time to kick a field goal. I think the only way to do that safely would be a pass in there. Tebow in the game, there's no way they're going to let Tebow throw a pass, is there?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Boy.
By the way, the other 2 teams who not kicked a field goal, Tulane and Utah State, for those of you keeping score at home along with us. 2nd down. Tebow. No timeouts remaining. Oh, jump pass. How about that? Oh, my gosh. That looks like 1955. Holy cow. Are you kidding me? I think it's Don Heinrich and the Washington Huskies.
He faked the quarterback sneak and then hit Tate Casey with a delayed right up the middle, a little pop pass. Urban Meyer must have got that one from Lou Holtz, didn't he, when he coached with Lou?
I think so. Oh,
That
my gosh.
Deep, deep, deep into the bag. And, you know, Tebow jumped up and didn't see him, and he tried to hang there as long as he could, and then shot a sky ball to Tate Casey. I can't wait to watch that one again.
Oh, man.
What you got to do to win in the SEC, huh?
A jump pass. Bay Area League Gross Cup, the old Utah quarterback, just fell off the sofa.
It's stretching the definition to even call it a pass. It did go forward.
It looked like a free throw.
It sure did. Right here's Casey. He's just going to block, and then come right to here. The ball, by the way, is going to go way up high and then come down. Double clutch, jump pass, fall down and in.
How about the job by Tate Casey, the tight end? That's only his second catch of the year.
Up and hang and slither and slather and fall in there.
Well, the usually stoic Chris Leak on the sideline. A benign smile.
Oh, man. Whoa, there's a jump. Everybody knew it was coming. They set it up. The only real way to get two plays was with a pass. That was amazing.
The legend is expanding.
The personal foul hit on Chris Leak made that play possible.
Right.
Watch it again. He jumps. He double clutches. Where is he? And then he just pops it up in the air, and Casey stays with it for 6. And the extra point made 7.
Oh, my friend Walt Garrison of the Dallas Cowboys once said, I've been to 3 goat ropings and 2 county fairs, but I ain't never seen nothing like this.
I'm just going to stay quiet on that one.
Joey Eos will kick it off.
Brutal call against LSU gave him the extra point.
Yes, it was. The roughing the quarterback call. And here's early Doucette out to the 30-yard line. 14-7. Tate Casey.
Safe to say that's not how they practiced it.
I don't think so.
Right?
Go down to Tracy Wolfson, who was with Les Miles.
Coach, penalties and turnovers have been killing you this half. How frustrated are you with this team right now?
Well, it's not the team. We just got to, the fumbled snap on the quarterback sneak on the goal line really hurt us. We got to come back. We got to have poise and play within ourselves. We're going to come back and just show something in the second half.
What happened in that last drive that allowed Florida to drive down the field and score that touchdown?
Well, to me, they made plays. They threw the ball across the middle a couple of times and came in and get a nice goal line play, and Tebow had, and we need to respond.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck. Coach, I have to ask you about that touchdown pass by Tebow. Was that a design play?
Oh yeah, that's a little. We ran that once with Utah. A game like this, possessions are a premium. We got to take care of the ball.
How important was momentum going into that second half?
The last 5 minutes of the first half is critical, and the first 5 minutes of the second half is going to be just as critical.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Trindon Holiday are deep. This is Doucette at the 3. Bobbles it. Oh, my. And it's in the end zone. Scramble for it. Safety.
Riley Cooper, the freshman wide receiver, is the guy who did it. But look at this. A hit by Cooper, and Cooper ends up forcing it for the safety.
That is the second muff on a kicking situation. Chevis Jackson muffed a punt in the first half. Now early Doucette muffs the kickoff. Riley Cooper, the freshman wide receiver, safety.
And it's a good thing Holiday got that ball, because if he didn't, that would have been a touchdown.
13 true freshmen have played so far this year out of a class of 26. Widely regarded by those who keep track of such things as the first or second best recruiting class last year. Here's Chris Jackson with a kick. Brandon James out to the 34-yard line. Well, 16-7 now, so a 9-point deficit, and Florida back on offense. First down, handed off to Keyston Moore. And let's take a breath and look at the halftime numbers.
And the turnovers is the huge check. I mean, special teams have been huge, as Vern just mentioned it before. Both teams ran 30 plays in the first half. Florida had the ball 6 times. LSU only had the ball 5 times. These games have become compressed, and every series and every situation becomes more pressurized.
Second down and 8. Leak, Harvin in motion. They flip it out to Caldwell, who's got Dallas Baker trying to block. Caldwell knocked out of bounds up near the 43.5, maybe the 44-yard line.
Can't stress enough that LSU cannot get frustrated here. They've made some mistakes. They got a couple dubious calls against them, but most of all, they've shot themselves. When you fumble a snap on the 1-yard line for a chance to score, you know, you had the roughing the passer. I can understand they're frustrated by that, especially what happened at Auburn a few weeks ago, you know, so, but they must concentrate, put that away, let Les Miles handle that after the game.
First down and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Leak. Flips it out right side, gets a great block, and here's Bubba Caldwell to the 43-yard line. Drew Miller, number 67, led the way.
You called it. Great block by Carlton Metter, number 73. He's outside right there. Watch the big tackle. It's a wide receiver screen. He's going to push and then peel back and just flatten Tyson Jackson on the end right there, and that takes Bubba Jackson, who, by the way, is looking healthier and healthier every time I watch him.
Caldwell, who missed most of last year with a fractured leg, suffered in the third game of the year against Tennessee. Percy Harvin, the freshman, is on the field. Here's the handoff. It's Harvin. Such great speed. Harvin electrified this crowd in the first 2 games. Suffered the high ankle sprain. Second quarter at Tennessee, has played until today 1 play since then.
First game against Kentucky, he ran a reverse, didn't feel good, took himself out. Florida would like to use Percy Harvin a la Reggie Bush, and that's what they think he can do.
There's Harvin, all-state football, basketball, track and field in Virginia. Second down and 1. Chris Leak has hit his last 6 passes. Tebow's in there now. Oh, look at this. Goes deep. How about that? Touchdown! Louis Murphy.
They fake the quarterback draw, fake the wheel route, and hit the post route.
Hetland's extra point is good.
Post route right there is what's going to score. The wheel route comes over here. LaRon Landry, the free safety, thinks it's a run. Watch him come up. Does not get to center field. No one in the middle of the field. That is as easy as you can get it. Didn't even have to jump on this one.
Tim Tebow to Louis Murphy. Touchdown, Gators. Tim Tebow, second touchdown pass of the game and his career. Louis Murphy on the receiving end. His first touchdown catch.
Dan Mullen again made adjustments at halftime, and they've come out here on fire.
Early Doucette takes the EOS kickoff a yard back. And finally hauled down at the 36-yard line. Battle of 2 top 10 teams. Now Jamarcus Russell. One of the mistakes by the Tigers in this game, his fumble at the 1-yard line when they were going in for a touchdown. On first down, play action. Russell flips it out. Caught in the flat by Jacob Hester, number 18. Turnovers for the day. On special teams, Gary especially.
Started with the punt. Jackson muffs it. Florida ends up with it. Score on the drive. Fumbled at the 1-yard line. Opportunity for 7 points. And then a deep ball that receivers were wide open over the middle of the field. Jamarcus Russell wanted to go deep. And then to start the second half, a muff punt that cost, kickoff, and ends up costing him 2 points and the ball.
On first down, here's the toss. They test the middle. Justin Vincent, number 25. Not much there.
That front four for Florida It is allowing, that front four is allowing Florida's safeties to play deep, to cover up for the corners. Two safeties are deep most of the time, and the corners know they have help deep because that front seven and those linebackers in the front four are handling the run game for LSU, which, by the way, has been a little bit of a problem all year for LSU.
Right.
They have not run the ball well this year.
In their loss at Auburn, as a matter of fact, LSU ran for 42 yards in that 7-3 defeat. There's Jamarcus Russell. Comes the blitz. And the pass is in and out of the hands of Dwayne Bowe, number 80. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Well, earlier today, we hope many of you saw Arkansas's win at Auburn. And, of course, that opened up things for LSU. But trailing here as the Auburn Tigers lose at home to the Arkansas Razorbacks. I keep thinking back to that Arkansas-Vanderbilt game and how close Arkansas came to losing that one.
Remember this for LSU. Their schedule roughens up, too. Still got to go to Tennessee and Arkansas yet.
Right. 3rd and 10. Four-man rush for Florida. Derek Harvey coming. The pass is dropped by Jacob Hester. 4th down.
That was great protection and great coverage by the Florida secondary. 3rd and 10. Florida was saying, I'll give you anything 5 yards and in, and it's the only thing. Russell had to dump the ball. Jamarcus looked deep. He had plenty of time, had to dump it. Drop ball. Really another unforced error by LSU.
Chris Jackson back. Brandon James, number 25, out of St. Augustine, Florida. Had the great start as a punt returner. And they cover the block, and they got it. Special teams. Special teams, breakdowns, and good plays by Florida. Reggie Nelson.
Special teams and special players, that's what I was going to say. You can draw them up one way, but if you don't have a Reggie Nelson to come around the corner and make that play, it doesn't look good. Reggie Nelson, who has been maybe the most valuable football player on this team this year, comes off the corner and just lays out behind the three-man protection. Watch number 1, goes right through it, makes the play, and gets it. Reggie Nelson, what a football player. Maybe the most valuable football player. Gets a guy inside, fights through him, and makes the block.
I could just imagine his mom at his home in Melbourne, Florida, Mary Lakes. She's fighting breast cancer. She was able to make it here to see her son play one game against Central Florida. She just must be bursting with pride. Here's Leak, back, pumps, goes right, throws it away.
Well, as we watch this game unfold here, remember how LSU dominated them, although it was at LSU. And then after that game, Urban Meyer went home, rewrote his beloved spread option. He wanted to run it, but he said, you know what, I got to coach what I got here. Number 42 came into the game, allowed for a little bit of a blocking back, and then since then, Florida has beaten Georgia, Florida State, Iowa, Tennessee, and Alabama.
2nd down and 10, Leak. Flips it out. Lewis Murphy to the 35 and out of bounds. Now Chris Leak really not comfortable in the pure spread offense. He's a classic drop back thrower. Prior to that LSU experience, you see the numbers, and then look what's happened in the last 10 games.
Look at that touchdown percentage. 24 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. And boy, it's hard not to watch the field as you're watching this game, because every time number 12 comes off, who might be in the Heisman running, right?
Yes, I agree.
Number 15 comes on, who's about as exciting as anybody you could watch.
Here's a footnote. Tim Tebow was in Baton Rouge making an official visit to LSU, watching Florida lose that game. Here's Tebow. Again. Did the ball come out? No. No.
He came out the other side, though.
Jesse Daniels tries to make the tackle.
You know, as I'm watching this, you got to understand why guys like Mike Shula spent 12 hours trying to sign this guy, don't you? It's a power football game around a freshman quarterback. Now think about that. Power football in the SEC provided by a true freshman quarterback.
And he brings enthusiasm. Urban Meyer has a leadership committee of 13 players. Tim Tebow is the only true freshman on that committee. Here's a pump fake for Lee. He's got a man on the right side, and he throws this one too far in front. And there was a man wide open in the end zone. All right, Tim. Well, having grown up in Texas, that pretty good game.
Yeah, pretty good game.
Florida 243 yards, a second down and 10. That's Kenneth Toots going in motion. They'll come left. It's Keyston Moore, number 33.
When those linebackers get a chance to see which way you're going, that time they read those pulling guards, and Highsmith was right there. Cray was right there to make that play. I mean, Beckwith was right there. Those linebackers flow, but this offense has really kept them off balance. It's hard to even mention the linebackers much in this football game because they're throwing it and moving it at the perimeter of the defense.
Third down, 9. Blitz, leak, caught. Dallas Baker at the 18-yard line. Inbounds, no face mask. It'll be fourth down. LaRon Landry with the tackle.
Same little snag route. You come inside, you fake the slant, then you snag back out of it. LaRon Landry, number 30, come in strong, senior player, All-American. This time says, hog-tied you, and I'm throwing you out of bounds.
So Florida's Chris Hetland comes on, 13 of 16 a year ago. 0 for 3 this year. Florida, one of 4 teams yet to make a field goal in 2006. No good. How about that?
Well, the many touchdowns as they're scoring, maybe they won't be able to do it all year. Doubt it, though. Doubt it that you can win a championship without a field goal kicker.
Handed off to Hester on first down. He gets 3 out to the 23-yard line. Tackle made by Earl Everett. On their last 4 possessions, Louisiana State: fumble, interception, safety in the end zone, blocked punt.
Not a recipe for a Southeastern Conference championship, is it?
And especially on the road.
Yep.
4-1. The one loss was at Auburn, 7-3.
And Florida defensive line now will not be playing run the rest of the game.
Ali Broussard is the running back. He gets it. Brian Crum is up high to knock him down. That'll be short of the first down, and LSU will need a couple to move the chains. Ali Broussard over 800 yards in his sophomore season. Then last year in the summer, blew out a knee and missed the entire season. Some weight issues,
right.
Gary.
Yeah, they got the message, looks like to me. Now remember, 16-point game is really 2 scorers. You can go for 2 twice and get in the game. So Les Miles is not panicked. I just don't believe they can run the ball down the field on Florida.
Flip it out left side. Early Doucette avoids the first tackler and gets out to the 37-yard line. Brandon Seiler, number 40, made the stop.
That's the type of short passes that will give that offensive line the confidence to handle those pass rushers. Telling those guys that, listen, you can't tee off every play because I'm going to cut you occasionally. Good call.
2nd and 2. And again, it's Broussard. 2 wide receivers. Now Dixon, the tight end, sets up to the right side. They come right. And they run right into Jarvis Moss, number 94. 3rd down. Jacob Hester in the backfield. Again, no blitz. Russell across the middle for Davis, and a nice catch. And he stopped at the 42-yard line.
I think they called his forward progress on that one. They blew the whistle just past for the first down. Now in this football game so far, The downfield throwing Jamarcus Russell has completed 6 passes across the line of scrimmage. 4 of them behind the line of scrimmage. That's how good that this Florida defense is putting pressure. They did blow the whistle right there as his knee came down. Out of the 10 completions so far for LSU, 4 have been behind the line of scrimmage.
On first down, handoff to, oh, it's a play fake, and there's early Doucette on the crossing route. Goes down the sidelines. Do not give up on Louisiana State in this ball game.
Absolutely not. When you got a guy, especially Jamarcus Russell, who's brought back so many teams, so many comebacks. His football team believes in him. This ball came out sideways. A delayed slant. I don't know if it was tipped at the line of scrimmage or not. That ball came out sideways, and Doucette trying to make amends for his mistake. No, he just let it go. It slipped out of his hand. Look at that one. It looked like a Tim Tebow pass. He just didn't jump, that's all.
First and 10, here's Russell. Oh, wow! Buster Davis. Tony Joyner with the tackle.
A well-coached defense. Charlie Strong and Greg Madison have these guys in the secondary looking for certain plays. And you could tell Tony Joyner was looking for the wide receiver screen on this one. He saw it all the way. He hit it full bore like a train, right at it, full speed. And he took a completion, again, behind the line of scrimmage for nothing.
Greg Madison in the middle, Charlie Strong to the right. They are co-defensive coordinators. Second down and 10. Blitz. Pass left side, complete at the 23-yard line to Craig Davis.
That is a play that is available against Florida. Florida's defensive backs like to put their back to the sideline. They have to turn to stop this play. That is open. See how Ryan Smith had to turn on that play? Anytime a defensive back has his back to the sideline, looks into the quarterback, you can throw outs against him to the outside because he has to turn his body to make the play.
Vincent and Hester in the backfield on first down and 10. 3:09 to go, third quarter. Play action again. Russell lets it go, and there is Joyner to knock it free. Incomplete. Intended for early Doucette. Tomorrow on the NFL Today, Rex Grossman finished second in the Heisman voting as a junior here. He and the Bears busting out all over. Sam Ryan has the story, plus Charlie Casserly, quick hits and more, here on the home of Super Bowl 41, CBS Sports.
Ever been a Bear quarterback pass as well as Rex Grossman? It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Has it ever. He does not remind you of Bobby Douglas. Second down, flip into the flat. Doucette can't hang on. Third and 10. Almost picked off.
Guess who?
Ryan Smith.
And then funny, we talked to him yesterday and we go, was there a little culture shock coming from Utah to Florida? He said, just about the same as going from California to Utah.
Ryan Smith takes advantage of a newly instituted NCAA rule whereby a player who has earned his degree, and he did at Utah in 3 years, can transfer without having to sit out a year. Urban Meyer said, when the rule was passed, I don't like it. Then he found out he was going to get Ryan Smith. He said, I like it now. Here's Colt David for the field goal. Ooh, that was
Special
close.
teams, he's going to miss it.
Special teams. Tim Tebow, 2 touchdown passes today. Chris Leak is on the field right now, the senior. First down and 10. 3-man front, and the handoff to Keyston Moore. Again, Deshaun Wynn, who was having a splendid season, the starting running back, giving way to Keyston Moore. Urban Meyer said of this young man, who's from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, a sophomore, he is a lunch pail kind of guy, a blue-collar worker who comes to work and works hard.
Yeah, well,
that usually means he's not going to go for 75.
Well, that probably, and that's been the question. And without Deshaun Wynn here, one of the question marks about the spread is, if you get the lead, can you run the ball and hold the lead? This will be very curious here now. How does they stay open? Do they keep throwing the ball, or do they run, and punt it back to LSU?
Again, Bo Pelini goes with 3 down. There's the handoff. Right side. Jared Faison, number 11. That's his 5th run of the year. We mentioned he was an outstanding high school quarterback at Tampa Hillsborough High School. Hillsborough. And in the backfield now on the first down play.
Yeah, another one of those true freshman receivers. Riley Cooper got the 2-point play. We saw Percy Harvin. There's Jared Faison right there. That's 3 guys that are all going to be future stars here for the Gators.
3rd and 2. Here's Leak. Oh boy. Flag, no flag.
No, I don't think so.
Chevis Jackson defending on Jamel Cornelius. It'll be 4th down.
See, that's the spread again. Now you got to wonder on that call. Now, admittedly, as you watch Jackson make the play, or he beats the ball in the throw to the spot right there, no bot catchable. Admittedly, it's a second guess, but number 15 not being in the game at 3rd and a yard and a half, you gotta, a first down and running another 2 minutes off the clock is huge right now.
Jackson will be back. Eric Wilbur will be on the punt. Florida with a net punt this season of almost 41 yards, which is really excellent. There's Wilbur. He boomed this one. Jackson, fair catch, backs up, over the shoulder grab at the 11-yard line.
That's amazing.
If they win today, win at Auburn, and then win at Georgia, they're going to be battling Ohio State for number 1. Here's the pass into the right side. It's caught by Dwayne Bowe, number 80. Reggie Nelson having a wonderful game today.
Well, we've got an All-American on the other side of LaRon Landry, but this guy's an All-American too. Reggie Nelson, he's been there. Remember the interception in the first half caused a missed hit coming across by Reggie Nelson right there. Now later in the game, Jamarcus Russell will remember that. He knows number 1 is back there. Look at number 1 right there. So he throws it low and allows Ryan Smith to make the play on it. Quarterback remembers the safety.
2nd and 3, the toss. Hester goes left. Dropped. It'll be 3rd down.
Boy, there's not a lot of possessions left in this game. He gets 6.5, and we're down to the 4th quarter. Will LSU get it 3 more times maybe? They need 16 points.
Marcus Thomas came across, then he got back, I think, and induced the right tackle to motion.
Now, I think it was the tight end on this play, Vern.
Tight end? Okay.
Yes.
Before the snap, false start, number 89 offense.
Yeah.
Zinger. Yep.
And what happens, see, if that would have been the tackle or the guard, they might have called it as an induced penalty, but they will not, with this guy moving, allow this guy to move. It'll be on the wide guy. If you're close enough to it, they'll give you the inducement. When you're 2 players away, they will not.
3rd and 4 becomes 3rd and 9. Bowe and Doucette go right. Davis to the left. Florida showing a 4-man rush. Now Everett is on the corner, the linebacker. They're bringing only 4. Russell fires it, got a man wide open at the 30-yard line. This is Doucette, who has an LSU first down as they climb out of trouble and get near midfield. 4th with time so much a factor with the new rules. 25-yard pass to Doucette. And here is Jarvis Moss tackling Jacob Hester.
Florida's defensive line substitutes so much. In fact, Greg Madison told us in the meeting that they actually can substitute themselves. They can put their hand up like North Carolina basketball and say, take me out, and you go out, and when you're the starter, you can put yourself back in at any time. So Greg Madison told us there is no reason when we watch film ever to have a loaf, because you can take yourself out anytime.
2nd and 10. Hester in the backfield, blitz coming. Randall lets it go, caught by Davis. Out to the 48-yard line. This might be enough for another first down. Reggie Nelson with the tackle. Let's revisit Gary's keys.
Well, I thought it would be explosive plays in this football game, and all the explosive plays have been really more than just runs and passes. That was just one way to talk about explosive plays. The explosive plays that come in special teams, and that's what's happened. The special teams have been all Florida, but for LSU, a team that can throw the ball deep with Jamarcus Russell to only have now three passes of over 20 yards. That Florida secondary has done a great job.
Here's the stretch. That's short. Third down.
Remember now, Notre Dame came from 17 points down in the fourth quarter. This is a 16-point game, and Florida admitted it. They're not Michigan State, I understand that, but they run a similar offense. It's very hard for them to control the ball with the running game.
4 fourth quarter drives in overtime for Jamarcus Russell. Third and a foot.
Not a gimme. This is where they fumbled the snap before.
That was on the 1-yard line. They get this one. Appears to have gotten the first down at the 49. Ali Broussard. And for more on the Florida defensive line, let's check in with Tracy Wolfson.
Thanks, guys. We spoke to defensive coordinator Greg Madison. He told us he sees 7 starters on this defensive line, and he makes sure his players know that. Madison told us that one day Urban Meyer told them to stand up, and Derek Harvey, who is listed behind Ray McDonald on the depth chart, did not. He said, starters stand up, and Harvey did not. And Madison said to him, never do that again. You stand up, because even though you're listed and you're not the first one in, you are a starter.
All right, Trace. Another pass complete in the flat. Early Doucette, number 9.
Who would have ever thought that in that conference?
The rather confused state,
yes.
Huh? On first down, here's the handoff, left side. Hester out of the tackle, gets a block downfield. Do not count LSU out of this.
Can't give up on a game. You never. I thought LSU got a little dispirited here. They just lost their spirit. They had a touchdown called back. You see the running game. Hester doing a good job. Good blocking up front. Florida's thinking pass. Then they fumble the snap, get the penalties, the roughing the pass, and I think even the jump pass took a lot out of LSU. They need to have something good happen to them, and the only way to do that is do it yourself and put points on the board.
Thomas Seiler, Ryan Smith leading the way defensively, and that's not to mention Reggie Nelson. Here's Jamarcus Russell. Has to throw this one away. Intended for Dwayne Bowe, number 80. Or Doucette, rather.
It's kind of a catch-22. You don't have confidence that your offensive line can block and give you time, so you roll your quarterback. And when you roll your quarterback that far out, you're really only be able to throw to about 15 yards of the width of the field. Instead of using all 53, you're throwing to about 15. Florida's just too good, too fast, too many athletes to just attack 15 yards on the field.
2nd and 10. Justin Vincent is now the running back. Overthrown.
Missed them badly. Wow.
3rd and 10. Wrap up all of today's action tonight at 9 Eastern with SEC Football Nation on CSTV, the 24-hour college sports network from CBS Sports. 3rd and 10.
Definite, well, would it be? 4-down territory, maybe not. You know, field goal is 3 points is big here. It's an interesting choice for Les Miles. Whether if he doesn't make it, does he kick the field goal?
Bowe and Davis go wide to the right, joined now by early Doucette. Jamarcus Russell flips it out one-on-one. Hester tackled. Ryan Smith.
Led it all the way. Actually, the screen led the back out too far. Led him away from his blocking backs. And I think from this far out now, 4th and 15. See, the screen was too far out, away from the protection. And Ryan Smith, who's really coming on as a football player, really getting comfortable in the speed in the SEC, is really making plays. I'm just wondering if LSU just doesn't go for a field goal on this. Just take the 3 points and make it a 2-touchdown game. Whatever you do, hurry up and do something.
Yes. Colt David does hurry on. Jamarcus Russell on the sideline. Matt Flynn, the backup quarterback, is the holder. 45 yards for Colt David. Perfect.
That was the percentage play. Now you don't have to get 2 touchdowns and 2-point plays. You can just get touchdowns. Do you dare put in Tebow?
Chris Jackson taken by Brandon James, number 25. Got a block upfield. Jukes his way out of a tackle. Finally dropped. He was close, wasn't he? And a flag is down.
Yeah, he can run, can he? We saw it already. Tennessee when they called one back.
He had an 89-yarder for a punt return touchdown that was wiped out by a penalty, and this fine run is going to be.
And remember, defensive line coach Greg Madison had to talk Urban into giving a scholarship to the running back. How does Greg Madison know this guy can run?
Brandon James played for St. Augustine High School. Tim Tebow for Nice. High school football news here in Florida. Nice defeated St. Augustine 24-21 the other night.
Wow.
TIAA. Cref. College football today, time permitting. Back in New York, here is Chris Leak. That's a 27-yard penalty because they start at the 10 instead of the 37. Keyston Moore breaks the tackle, surges out near the 20-yard line. Nice run on first down.
Yeah, that was a huge break of tackle by Gene Francis right there. Keyston Moore runs right through number 90. Big, tall, 300-pounder for LSU. Has him wrapped up. Watch here. Lunch pail. Makes the play. That's exactly what he was looking for.
Second down and 1. Keyston Moore for the day, 8 carries, 32 yards. Mentioned Deshaun Wynn, the starter, out with a knee injury. Second and 1. And the clock now at 10:50. Quick flip, right side, one-on-one on the edge. Percy Harvin, number 8. Gets a first down at the 23. Well, Florida currently 5th. Ohio State, among the remaining opponents, they've got Michigan. Everybody's waiting for that one. USC, they get all 3 of those teams at home, Gary.
Right.
West Virginia plays Louisville and Rutgers, and then Florida. This unbelievable schedule. And LSU and Auburn.
And what's not on there is the SEC championship, where they might have to beat Arkansas or Auburn again to finish off the season.
First down and 10. Steve Rissler snaps it back. And off Keyston Moore. Tebow is back in the lineup. He'll run it. You know, Gary, we were talking about Tebow. Played at Nice High School. Take a look and run us through the highlights.
Well, they had a great package today for this football game. They knew they were going to have to come up with something special for Tebow besides his strength. Ran the quarterback sneak, the quarterback draw, and then the jump pass. Billy Donovan was out of practice. I did not know why, but you can see now why. And then the fake draw and the touchdown pass in the middle. You think Donovan showed him that double clutch jump pass?
Oh, I think so.
No, I didn't see Billy Donovan. I was just kidding.
Well, Tebow is on the bench. It's 3rd and 3. And Chris Leak back on the field. 3rd and 3, 8:45 to go. Chris Leak learns from Tebow. Did he get it?
I don't think so.
Well, that's a second time now.
It is real close.
Might bring the chain out.
Followed number 42. Quarterback draw. They were going to try to, again, keep LSU off balance. Think pass. There it is. Does he fall thrower? Do you see right there? Jesse Daniels is there. Landry is there. And this time, remember 2 years ago or last year when Chris Leak kind of on 3rd down kind of went away from the hit? That time he did not avoid the hit.
Now here is the stretch.
Oh my.
Wow.
That's 3 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
That's 2.5 minutes easy. You watch. This 24-second clock. Chris Leak will snap it with 2 or 1 seconds left. before the first snap right here. Start the clock, and that clock will be running. They're gonna be under 8 minutes before second down.
Let's see how long he lets it come down. 15 seconds to go. Yep, with 9.
That's a mental mistake.
Yeah.
It's a mental mistake.
Put the milk and stool down.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. You know,
let it wind down.
2 seconds, 3 seconds here. You remember Jamarcus Russell hit that against Arizona State last year with seconds to go, 4th down play. Every second counts.
Now 4 substitutions on second down. Harbin, Faison, Jamel Cornelius.
2 true freshmen in this football game.
Yeah. And Chris Leak with second down and 9, and the clock at 7:34. This is Jared Faison. He gets the handoff. Dances to the left. Chris Leak looking for somebody to block and couldn't find a soul.
Facing a high school quarterback, still learning to be a receiver. I can promise you he will be a great one before he leaves here. Goes one way, comes back the other way, and Chris Leak couldn't find anybody.
Now then, 7 minutes to go. Since you made the point about the first down, that was at 8:26.
Right.
So let's see how much time Chris Leak takes off the clock here before the snap. Bad formation by Kenneth Tukes. He hurries over and gets set on the right side. 3rd and 4. Little isolation play for Caldwell, right side. No.
He fumbled the ball.
Oh,
he fumbled
yes.
the ball.
It comes out.
I'm sure he fumbled that ball.
4th down.
I think Dallas Baker ended up with it. I saw the beanbag come out. I did not see the ball, but I saw the beanbag. Beanbag equals fumble.
My.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can see it pop out here. Caldwell's got it. Carrying it. Gets hit right on, and the ball's loose. Baker is right there trying to block. Ball's in the pile, and who ends up with it, we can't see. You know, interesting fact, Florida does not teach their players to switch hands with the football. They always want them to carry it in the same hand all the time.
5:45 to go. So almost 3 minutes have gone by since they got the first down on the Chris Leak run. Here's the Eric Wilbur punt. Chevis Jackson hauled down at the 5. Wandy Pierre-Louis.
Another true freshman.
Born and raised in Haiti. Richard Clayton Slay is the pilot of our fixed-wing aircraft Longhorn Steakhouse. Happy to provide these aerial shots of today's game. Craig Davis makes the catch inbounds. Both teams, or is he out of bounds?
Well, he caught it and ran out of bounds.
Okay.
Still time. It'll be onside kick strategy now, though, for LSU, I believe, to ride the ball. Because completions, 20 of them so far in the game for Jamarcus Russell. But no big plays, right? Nothing big in the passing game.
Amazing. Here's Russell looking left. Bo makes the catch. That will be a first down at the 21-yard line. 5:18 to go. Ray McDonald, who overcame 2 ACL surgeries a year ago, does not want to come out.
Right.
Had a terrific day.
Marcus Russell, you can see throwing the ball over the field, but look at this. Only 4 of his 21 completions have been more than 10 yards. That's 17 of them have been less than 10 yards. That is great pass defense and pass rush.
Florida blitzing. Bo left open on the left side. Makes the catch.
Another short one.
In front of Markey Anderson. Another of those true freshmen. Number 37.
Now, I do believe, though, that LSU is doing the proper strategy right here. You got to score 1 touchdown, and even if there's only a minute left, the onside kicks gives you the opportunity to get the ball back. Just matriculate down the field. Right?
Oh, I love it. Hank Scram.
Right.
They got something working on the left, Jack. This one, Bo, did he make the grab?
He did.
Oh, wow.
He's a tremendous receiver. Another one of those passes that go a little bit awry, not very accurate, and Bo reaches out, gets his toe into the play.
So Louisiana State has moved from its 5 to its 41, and we still have more than 5 minutes to go.
And they've only used 27 seconds so far in this drive.
2nd and 1. They'll try the same tactic, different receiver. It's Davis at the 48-yard line. That'll be another LSU first down. They have all 3 timeouts left.
Now I promise you, LSU fans right now are saying, why didn't we do this all game? We've heard this a million times. A little different strategy by this Florida defense, but I do have to say, I would have turned the ball over to Jamarcus a little earlier with something like this. I called for this in the 3rd quarter to throw the ball short and start throwing it from shotgun.
Perfect on this drive. And the streak ends as the pass is a little high for an exposed Dwayne Bowe right in front of Reggie Lewis. Russell for the day, 227 yards, a touchdown, an interception, and an extremely costly fumble on a quarterback sneak at the 1-yard line of Florida. 2nd and 10. 4-man rush. Jamarcus Russell deep. Oh, wow.
Unnecessary roughness.
You bet it will.
Unnecessary roughness.
You bet. Absolutely.
There'd be a $5,000 fine tacked onto it if it was in the NFL. It was close on the prior one. Remember the one down the sideline on the interception?
Yep.
That was close. This one was very, very simple to call. An exposed player. Clearly, you got to pull off that right there. And that was going to get called every time.
Late hit, personal foul, number 1 on the defense. The penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot, first down.
Well, because we're in Gainesville, the crowd is booing. But I promise you, that was a justified flag.
Oh, I think so. Each one of these plays have not burned any timeout. 7 plays have only burned 46 seconds. That's less 8 seconds of play, less than 8 seconds of play.
2nd and 10. Russell back, scrambles, almost broke the tackle, but Derek Harvey managed to hang on.
You better get a handful of that guy to bring him down. This time the short pass was taken away by the Gators, forced Jamarcus Russell inside, the sack and the timeout.
LSU has called timeout. They have 2 remaining. Red Lobster Scholar Athlete today is Florida's Phil Troutwine. Grade point average of 3.3. SEC academic honor roll. He's a young man from Voorhees, New Jersey. An uncle brought him down here when he was in high school. Watched the Gators play Marshall. He said, that is where I want to play football. You can barely find him behind Carlton Metter, who's hogging the screen. 2nd down and 10. Jamarcus Russell hit, throws it away, intentional grounding.
Marcus Thomas, or was it? Or was it?
Jarvis Moss.
Jarvis Moss. I saw the 4. I thought it was Marcus Thomas. He's been active all game, but no matter who, as Tracy said, they consider 7 of them starters. And this time it was number 94, lined up right with 44. Nobody blocked him. Busted assignment in a key part of the football game. Absolute bust.
They're waving the flag off. And I didn't hear Rocky good. All he said was no penalty.
There was a receiver in the area, I think is what he was saying. The big Jamarcus Russell helped that to not be a intentional grounding.
So 3rd and 10. 1 rush, 8 passes. All they've used 65 seconds. Russell across the middle. That one is legal. That one is intercepted. That one taken by Ryan Smith for the 2nd week in a row. 2 pass interceptions for Ryan Smith.
And for the 2nd week in a row, number 1, the eraser, erased this football game. He had the bad hit. But watch, I'm just going to call him the All-American right there. Watch him on the crossing route and the collision right where the line meets the circle. Watch this. Number 1 reads it. They've been throwing short all day. Not this one. And the safety comes in and bang. Ball goes up and Ryan Smith gets it.
That's also the second week in a row that a Reggie Nelson forced tip
absolutely
has been picked off by Ryan Smith. We're back in Gainesville where Dwayne Bowe was the intended receiver.
It's outside technique zone. Dwayne Bowe did not square off his route. He lost about 8 yards as he ran his square in. That allowed Reggie Nelson to connect. If he would have busted that across flat, 90-degree square in, there would not have been a hit. There would not have been a fumble.
And he is our Ruby Tuesday player of the game. Here in Florida, we went to the Hanging Chads and broke the tie.
You bet. How different a year, huh? Last year, 5 turnovers, no points. This year, 4 turnovers, a block punt, a muff kickoff, everything, a jump pass.
And Tim Tebow is in the lineup on 1st down and 10, 4:04 to go. Here's Tebow, and this time no gain. I just saw them unhooking the inflatable shoulder pads. LSU had used the timeout. They have 1 remaining. It's 2nd down and long. Here's the handoff on the wide receiver end around is Jamel Cornelius.
Nice job not going out of bounds by Cornelius also. Well coached, smartly run, got wide but did not go out of bounds, and LSU will have to burn their last one.
3:36 to go. And LSU has done that now. Time now for the Wrangler 5-star play of the game, and for the calls, Mick Huber of the Florida Radio Network.
Tebow at quarterback, takes the snap, and again looks to run, now stops and throws the ball into the end zone for Tate Casey, and Casey makes the catch. Oh my! It was a dump pass to the tight end, Tate Casey. Tebow calling for the ball and now stops, backs up, wants to throw the pass, got a wide open quarantine receiver, and it's caught for a touchdown. How? Lewis Murphy. Oh man! 35-yard.
When we come back, we're going to chip in and buy a seatbelt for Mick Huber. 3rd down. Love to see the enthusiasm. Here's Jared Faison, the freshman, going around the right side. Chris Leak back.
I'm surprised at that call, I have to be honest. I just think that pitching the ball with a 2 freshman, you got a freshman player in there, Faison handling that football, and they also went out of bounds to stop the clock. And that's 35 seconds it's going to cost them. Or 25 seconds at least, Coffee.
And it is 4th and 3.
I thought for sure that would be right between the hashes run.
Ohio State wins again. The shocker today, Arkansas, the Hogs 3-0 in SEC West play. Go into Auburn and knock them off. And now here's 4th down. Eric Wilbur. It's blocked. It is blocked at the 19-yard line. Don't close the door on this one.
Absolutely not.
LaRon Landry got it.
At wide punt from both teams. There is a flag on the field, though.
Here's the call.
Illegal formation on the offense. Only 6 men on the line of scrimmage. Penalties decline. Play stands.
Well, that wide punt formation has killed both teams today. These great athletes have just split it.
Jacob Hester in the backfield with Jamarcus Russell. With time, hit from behind as he lets it go. Tipped in the end zone. Intercepted. Tony Joyner takes a knee. He was very, very, very close to coming out of the end zone.
Watch it. Bowie, number 80, studies, goes, touchdown. Throw it inside, throws it behind him, tips it up, and Joyner gets the interception. Whoa.
Second tip for an interception today. Ryan Smith got one. Joyner gets this one. Jamarcus Russell came into this game with 1 interception for the season. That was against Arizona week 2. He had thrown 84 in a row at the start of the game. He's now been picked off 3 times in this ball game, and Tim Tebow is in at quarterback. Flag.
Well, you could see one possible little chink in the armor here for Florida. They do not have an offense that puts the game away well with the ball, do they? And they have to bring in Tebow. They have to run the option. They're not good at either one of the option plays right now. And
legal shift. Number 42, on the offense. Penalties 5 yards, still first down.
In a tight football game, that could come back to haunt them. There's a lot of big games coming up still for this Florida team. We went through it.
Do you make too much of the Deshaun Wynn? Do I make too much of the Deshaun Wynn absence?
No, I think that's a big part of the game. There, and Urban told us he has a slight tear of the meniscus. I don't know what that'll mean, but I mean, will he play more this year? Will he be 80%? We do not know.
Here's Tebow. First down and 15 with 2:18 to go. Now they'll keep it on the ground. Here's Tebow out to the 19-yard line.
That's a tough situation now. I mean, you got that clock ticking, guys trying to get in the stance, and I see teams practice it all the time, but it's very difficult.
Second down and 10. 1:40 to go. Now this Florida team. Here's Tebow again. And LSU cannot stop the clock, so we've got 1:30 to go. Well, last year, LSU won this. They won the last two, and they won it despite committing 5 turnovers. Since then, how about this? Teams committing 5 or more turnovers in a game haven't won once.
53. You mean there's been 53 teams that committed 5 or more turnovers? And LSU was one of those 53.
Yeah, that includes today, and the Gators are about to win their 13th in a row at home.
Unless they get another punt blocked, I guess.
So take back the swamp is still the fashion. And here's Tebow being cut down. It'll be 4th down. Well, Florida, Urban Meyer stressing to us and to his team and to the media here in Florida, we must play one at a time. They've knocked off Alabama. They win today. Next up at Auburn, then a bye week, and then they get Georgia in Jacksonville. Probably as tough a 4-week run in 4 games in 5 weeks as I can remember.
I've never heard of one tougher. Their teams might be good, but these are tough teams and rivalry games at the same time. There's history to these games, and there's great players in these games, and there's a lot riding on these games.
I asked Urban Meyer yesterday if he favored a playoff in college football. He said, I did when I was at Utah. Now that I'm here,
Yep. Well, they have a tendency to vote Florida if they win all their games.
And Deshaun Wynn comes on the field. Now, how about that? He's up to help protect the ball. That's how about that. That's it.